Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Bakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, pushing this word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom, shalom. This is your brother Quanah Wath with the Great Millstone Charlotte Camp. Come on with another quick lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And I just wanted to touch on this, this breaking news coming out of Lebanon. I believe it was yesterday. Um, it reads, this is off of Wall Street Silver on Twitter. Breaking, 10 banks have been robbed just today in Lebanon by people who are claiming their money is frozen by the government due to economic crisis, man. When people get desperate, these things will happen everywhere, and that's the the point I wanted to get into this lesson, man. This is what's coming to America, man. Soon, these things are about to hit the shores of America. Uh, 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 soon, man. You know, and this is what's gonna happen with these people, man. That's the spirit these people are gonna be on, man. You're not gonna be able to get to your money. You're not gonna be able to get to food. You're not gonna be able to have the resources that you once did because the government, you know, is implementing this new world order system, right? And what do they want you to do, man? Ultimately, they're going to present that MOTB, that charagma, that buy or sell device that's in under the skin, the grain of rice, as brothers call it, man. You know, that's going to be introduced to the public, man. As a way out, right? As an option to to get your money, right? To be able to have access to things, right? To get back to that comfort that people have grown so accustomed to, you know, because that's what they're doing, man. They're removing your comforts, in order to put you in a state of desperation, right? Now I'm gonna get this article, from the Euro News, and it reads. Lebanon hit by a string of bank robberies as citizens try to claim own savings, man. So this is what's about to come to America, man. We already see bank runs in Australia. We see bank runs in China. Now we're seeing them in Lebanon, So as this economic system begins to collapse, people are going to be trying to get their money, but there's not going to be any money to get, man. Once you give your money to these banks, it doesn't belong to you anymore. That's why these people are, taking the links that they are to try to rob these banks, to get their own money out, man. Let's see, let's just read a little bit of it. It reads, several people across Lebanon have attempted to rob banks in order to get hold of their own savings as the country's economy continues to nosedive, right? And America's economy is going to soon nosedive, man. On Friday, there were at least 5 bank robberies. One person entered the building armed with a hunting rifle, spurred by restrictions on the amount customers are able to withdraw from banks since 2019. So this has been going on, since 2019, but now people don't even have access to their money, right? And if they do, the banks are allowing them to take the money out, but it's at a extremely reduced rate, man. You know. Um, Continuing on, it says in the past 48 hours, at least 7 other banks were robbed. One customer carrying what appeared to be a weapon managed to take $19,000 from his own account. After the robbery, he gave the money to his accomplice, who the local press claimed was his son, before turning himself in to the police. Right, so that's the point on that. But this is a actions that are soon going to hit the shores of America, man. You know, this state of desperation. These this what's the word? These purge like activities. For lack of better terms, man. People are going to be in this. You know, they're going to be to the point where they have nothing else to lose, man. You know, and it's going to start with this money, but then soon it's going to be food. So people are going to be trying to rob these grocery stores and these bodegas and little markets. This is where people are going to turn their attentions to, man. Because it's going to be a lack of food right now. People are trying to get their money, but soon it's going to be food and water, man. And other resources, right? And so let's just get a few scriptures real quick. I don't want to make this too long. You know, and oldie but goodie, man. It's Second Ezra chapter 15 and verse 15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people stand up and fight against another, swords in their hands, right? So we're seeing the division of these people, right? The political divide, the socioeconomic divide. We're seeing the divide of what's the word? Ideologies, you know, and people are going to be coming against each other, man. That second civil war is on the horizon, man. Um, it's going to be like it says here, verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall be in their power, man. So people are going to take things into their own hands, man. They're not going to regard the laws. They're not going to regard the police. They're not going to regard these politicians, these congressmen. They're not going to regard any of these things, man. Why? Because of uh, lack of food, lack of money, lack of water. These people are going to take things into their own hands, man. We see that happening in Lebanon right now. As we just read, they don't have access to their money. The banks are holding out on the money, so the people are going and taking it by force, man. Continuing on, verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, right? Because they're setting up these roadblocks, right? They have these what do they call it? National Guard troops in every city, man. You know, for things like this. When the people begin to get unruly, that's when they set up the roadblocks on the highways and things of that nature. To control the flow in and out of the cities. Um, verse 18. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity on his neighbor, but shall destroy their house with the sword and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and for great tribulation, man. You know, and we're seeing that these things ramp up. We're seeing the lack of bread, come to fruition through the supply chain disruptions, man. They were real close to having a strike between all the train workers, man. You know, so that would have shut down the entire supply chain. So they paid them off to make try to make amends or whatever. But we're gonna see the downfall of this whole economy through these things, man. And uproars of the people is a part of that, man. The love of many wax and cold, right? Um, as the money system goes, we're gonna see people, take desperate measures, and that's when they're gonna be presented with the mark of the beast, man, the MOTB. You know, let's get that real quick, and we'll close out on this. Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16, and it reads, "And he causeth." Put it into legislation, man. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna make these things mandatory, right? In order for you to maintain whatever you know level that you're in society, right? That's what that word causeth go into, man. He's gonna do it through his legislations, and he causeth both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, man. And that's what, you know, that charagma, man, that RFID implantable buy or sell device, man. You know, uh, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name, right? So you're not going to be able to buy or sell without this thing, man. They're going to have your accounts frozen. We're seeing them, gradually, that gradualism, they're gradually doing these things throughout across the world, in different countries, basically as test runs, man, because they know they can't come to America and do it all at once because they don't know how the people will react. People have, too many options to defend themselves, right? So they have to put these people in a state of desperation, in order to implement this system. So things are gonna get worse, before they get worse, man. Right? But that's the point on it, man. You know, just going back to this article, these things are gonna come to the shores of America, man. Looking at this image again, It says breaking 10 banks have been robbed just today in Lebanon by people who are claiming their money is frozen by the government due to the economic crisis, man. So that economic crisis is spreading across the whole world. It's the plagues, being sent by Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, you know, across the whole planet, man. And ultimately, it's the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai that these devils try to implement this MOTB system, So that's why these economies are crashing, and that's why America's economy is soon going to crash, right? It reads, when people get desperate, these things will happen everywhere, right? So this is coming to America, man. Coming to America 2 or 3. But hey, again, I pray this lesson was edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. You know, when people get desperate, these things are going to happen everywhere, man. That state of desperation is going to, create a dog eat dog world out here, man. And having Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai on your side is the only way that you're going to be able to make it out of this thing, man. So again, I pray that lesson was edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. I want to close by giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers. And peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, pushing this word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Hey, Kwame Asharala, Abad Babal, DTA soon. Hey, we almost home, man. Shalom.